to go through the summer camp as we did last year. And you guys know that when we are there, it was fun throughout the whole week that we were there. So this time around is going to be basically online and on Zoom. And we wanted to make sure that everyone, like let's say if it is Tema, your network is good, Idra, your network is good, Fante, your network is good, so that we all can see each other and we all can also talk to each other with no interference. So the summer camp will actually start on July 9th. July 9th, that is where we'll do the summer camp. And we'll be doing it on Saturdays. We'll be doing it on Saturdays. And what we are expecting you guys to do is to participate, because it's going to be kids from here, kids in Ghana, and even in Ghana is different part of the region, different part that they are able to join and communicate over Zoom. So it is good thing that we are trying to put together everything, right? So our main expectation is that the internet service has to be good. There is going to be, during the course of the summer camp, there's going to be a time that we are going to invite professionals to come and talk to us and to come and also get questions, answer the questions that you guys have, right? Pertaining to like a pilot, some professionals in the STEM field. Let me use the right terminology here, in the STEAM field. You remember that ours is what? STEAM. The STEAM here is science, technology, English, and what? Art and what? Math. Art and math, right? So ours is STEAM. So in the art field, those professionals, for you to know that whatever that you want to do, it is still doable. Okay, so that is what our summer camp will go through. Miss Gabi over here will be teaching us some of the mechanicals in coding, but she will be using the turning table, which you guys already have there, the teachers have there. So, and some people too will be coming and talking about different things. So it's just like the way that we were there last year, but this time, last year, it was like a whole week in a row, right? We went for our outing. We went to the Kwame Nkrumah Kumasi Technical or something university. That's where we went, and you guys went to see some electrical stuff. So this time we are going to do it mainly through Zoom. Any questions? Okay, if any questions, Letitia, it is yours. So I'm happy. I am happy that it is coming on. So we have the teachers, and most of the time too, I really want the teachers to be really participate in this one, because we need the teachers more and more. The other day we asked the question that have the teachers even opened the turning table that you guys have, right? To just go through it. Then when the time starts, we will go through, and it's going to be fun. Me, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Okay. Yeah. I'm happy to see you. Hey, look at Black Sheriff. Where where's Frederick? Waiting on the Tema group. Can you show your video? Okay, so we have Kantama, if you can hear us, yes, share your video. Let's make sure that everything is fine. Then we start. Okay. Okay, so let us wait on. Yeah, Letitia is getting ready to come and start the class, and also we'll go more deep. We'll talk up more about the summer program.
Okay, is Tema on? Is Tema good? Can we start? Okay. So the last time we met, who can help us to who remember what we talked about the last time? We want to do a recap or refresh of knowledge. Who remember what we discussed the last time we met?
It looked like Elisha want to say something.
Okay, Elisha.
We discussed about rules and regulation.
Awesome. And what are some of the rules and regulations that we talked about?
Eye protection 1.
Yes, eye protection, yes. And why did we wear eye protection? Elisha, not you, somebody else. Thank you. Good job. Why are you shaking your head? You're too in China, Mibusano. Yeah, so why do we wear eye protection?
Protect our eyes
Eye from chemicals.
from the chemicals.
Yes. So we said last time that when we are working with chemicals and we are working in the science lab, and I also said that in the lab, or the stuff that we talked about the last time, it's not only for when you are working on science stuff, right? But they are basic safety rules that you have to adhere to when you are doing any experiment, right? Or when you are dealing with any chemicals and stuff. So you have to assess the environment that you are working on, and then you make those decisions. Okay. So somebody said somebody just said the goggles or the and we said what the goggles or the eyewear helps to protect the eye from any chemicals or any splashes and stuff. Anybody else want to give us another product or another items that we have to use when we are in the lab? If you are mute, I cannot Tony, why do you want to see me? For what? This is how I look.
I thought you said that today you promised that you will show your face.
Yes. I cut my hair, all those stuff. So those who haven't seen me for a long time, this is how I look. I don't think I'll be growing my hair back. I don't know. I might change my mind, but this is the new me. Now let me see if I can open the windows. Okay. So the lights. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, I always love maps. So that's that. Anyway, are we good now? Okay, so I'm waiting for my answer that I asked. Anybody? What are some of the items that we talked about last time when it comes to labs, things that we have to put on in the lab to protect ourselves?
Okay. Yeah, come off mute and answer. No, we can't hear you.
Yes.
Madam, safety shoes.
You are now Googling the questions, the answer.
No, madam.
I'm waiting for my answer.
Madam, safety shoes.
Good. So what kind of safety shoe can we wear in the lab? Boots. Okay. We said no sandals, right? You cannot wear, you have to wear closed toe shoe, right? You cannot wear open toe. It has to be closed. Why does it have to be closed toe? Something that will not show your toes or your legs out. Why?
Madam, so that when
Who is talking now?
Madam Nelson,
Nimson, thank you. I'm listening.
maybe when an acid is poured and when it falls on the boot, it will not touch your leg.
Good. Or when something falls from the top down. Let's say there is something huge falls down. It's not going to be direct contact on your feet, right? So you have to always wear closed-toe shoes. And above all, in case of emergency, you're able to run better. Okay. When it's buckled up and stuff, you're able to run better than putting on sandals and all those things. So that is one of the reasons why they prefer closed-toe shoes, to protect you from any hazard materials, any dangerous materials. So today we are going to we'll be talking about dangerous materials, hazard materials. The last time we did a video, so don't be smelling the lab material or the liquid or whatever that you're working on. Don't be smelling it. Don't be eating in the lab, right? We said no eating in the lab, all that stuff we talked about. But now we're going to talk about the symbols. When we see the Ghana flag, right? And then we see the star in the Ghana flag. It's a symbol, right? So let's say when you see the traffic lights, red, gold, green, that's what a symbol, right? That's what a symbol, right? Thank you. So in every environment, based on where you are, there are symbols. And those symbols will determine whether something is good or something is bad. And as a scientist, when you are working on materials and stuff, you got to pay attention to the stuff that you are working on. No, a kind of saying, Prince, Frederick, Nimson, I see you all. Let's all work together, okay? Okay, let's all work together. Let's all work together. Okay. Let's all work together. I hope you have your notes. You'll be writing down what we're talking about. And guess what? We are recording this. So if you ever need to watch it again, you can always go back and watch it. Okay. So don't stress, please. Okay. So I was saying that there are symbols around us everywhere we go. They are symbols. And when you are a scientist, you have to also pay attention to the signs and the symbols that are around you, on the materials that you are working on, all those things, so that you are protecting yourself, you're protecting the environment, and also the people that you are working with, and also the building or the infrastructure that you are working at. Okay. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then for us to start on our lab safety rules. Okay, so today, as I said, we are going to talk about lab safety signs, symbols and signs of things that you have to pay attention to when you are in the lab, okay? So with that being said, let's start. How do I even do view or present? Hold up. Let's see. No, there's something I'm missing somewhere. Okay, slideshow.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, that's what we'll be working on. Now, what are our learning outcome? Today, we want to learn about lab safety symbols, okay? Lab safety symbols to distinguish between dangerous and non-dangerous chemicals. That is the goal for our class today, and to understand the key concept in working in the lab. So that is, if you don't get anything, we want you to be able to differentiate and also pay attention when we start doing our lab work, okay? So what are lab safety rules or symbols and signs? They are general warnings to a laboratory staff or students that a hazard exists, that danger exists. These symbols can be found on equipment, on the doorways, on the cupboard, or on other areas of the lab. Okay. Remember, last week we had, what is PPE? What did we say PPE is?
Madam,
Yes.
protective equipment.
Thank you. Is that Elisha again?
Yes.
Thank you, Elisha. Yeah, so those are we said that PPE are personal protective equipment. And sometimes when you go to a building, you go to a place, you will see that they will have what? PPE required. Like you have to have PPE before you enter. That means you have to have your goggles on, you have to have your what's it called? Your max on. Sometimes if the place is a very loud place, you have to have that ear plug in. You have to have your gloves on, the right shoes, and then what? Sometimes you have the overall or the lab coats, right? So all those things that you cannot enter if you don't have it. See, and over here you see the no smoking sign, no. So all these stuff are supposed to help you and help the environment and help the people that you'll be working with to protect them, okay? And we said that these symbols can be found where? On the equipment, on the doorways, on cardboard, or like the place that we store the equipment, or other areas in the lab. So as for us, we will be making our own makeshift lab when we set our chem stuff. So we will have to pay attention to the things that we will be working with, okay? So, and if you have any question, let me know, put it in the chat, any concerns and all that stuff. Thank you, Rose. So that's the next thing. Okay. So we're going to watch this video real quick.
So how do you know when chemicals are dangerous? Do you just take a guess? Open the container and smell or taste it? Definitely not. Warning signs are printed on the chemicals to alert us to what kind of properties the chemical has. They tell us about the potential danger if a chemical is used incorrectly. Let's look at some signs that you need to familiarize yourself with when you start working in a laboratory. This means that ingesting the chemical can kill you. Chemicals like hydrogen cyanide and heavy metals like mercury usually have this symbol. This is the oxidant sign. Chemicals like potassium permanganate or phosphorus often have this sign. This means the chemical is harmful or an irritant. These won't kill you, but can irritate the skin or eyes. This is the explosive sign and would include TNT, gunpowder, or hydrogen gas. You've probably seen this before on gas tanks. It means the chemical is flammable. Flammable chemicals include ethanol, methane gas, and petroleum. Finally, there are corrosive substances. These are usually acids like sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. These tend to burn or corrode surfaces, including skin and hard surfaces. So now you know to look out for these warning signs. Why not ask your teacher if you can look around the laboratory and spot these signs? Now you know what they mean. Let's look at them one more time. There's toxic or poison, oxidant, irritant or harmful, explosive, flammable, and corrosive. There are more signs that people use, but these are the ones you will find in your school laboratory. So keep a lookout and don't get too close.
Awesome. Anything that you want to say about the video?
So how do you know when chemicals...
let me stop. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so in the video that we just watched, it says that what they gave us all these symbols, and these are just basic. There are many out there. Okay, so we just want to go through them, but the goal and the key takeaway from our class today is that when you are handling stuff, make sure you are reading, right? That is the key takeaway. whatever that you are working on, make sure you are reading it. You know, you see water, right? And you are going to read what is in the water, this, okay? That's the same thing. You don't just pick something and then just start drinking. Sometimes you even sometimes smell it to see what is that, right? Okay, so that's the same situation, that being careful, being extra careful when you are handling stuff when it comes to chem or science lab or in any other lab. Okay, that is the goal. So these are the symbols when something is flammable, or this is a flammable material, right? When the chemicals labeled with this are flammable, and you should store them accordingly. You should also wear eye protection when working with highly flammable substance. Why do you have to wear? This is why last time we met, we talked about what the things that you have to put on, because your eyes can be damaged if you mistakenly set that thing on fire. Okay, or you can burn the place, the whole entire building down if you mistakenly set the place on fire. So when you see the signs around you, be very, very extra careful when you are handling stuff. When something is flammable, don't take it near where there is fire. Does it make sense? Anybody have any question or comment to add? Okay. When they're saying it's danger, it's flammable material, don't go and get a lighter and try to light it, right? You have to be very, very careful when handling these things like substances like that. Okay. The next slide. This is what they call the oxiding, or I might be right the right way, but get the symbols and everything right. These are agents, usually they transfer oxygen to another chemical substance. In this way, they provide oxygen to flammable substance to burn when used in the lab. You should always store them separately so when you see a symbol like this, right? And you see a symbol like this, don't bring them together. Does it make sense? Because this one moves with air, with gas. Does it make sense? So when you see a symbol like this, let's say we have two bottles. One has this symbol, the oxidizing symbol. The other one has the flammable symbol. Don't bring them together. You're going to set the place on fire. Okay? So find a way to separate them. Put one in cardboard A, very far away, then on cardboard Z, very far away. Doesn't make sense. So you have to pay attention when you are working in the lab. And I keep saying that EBI, we are growing, right? And you might not find yourself in this situation whilst you are with EBI, but these are lifelong lessons, things that you will take even after EBI. Okay, after school, in everyday life environment at work. So please, let's take note of these things, because it will not only apply to only expanding boundaries or our STEAM program, but everyday life. Okay, so when you see this and that, don't blend them. Let's go to the next slide. Corrosive material. Like the video said, these are strong chemicals that will corrode your skin or substance. It will burn your skin. Like you see how it takes away part of the skin or part of the material or whatever that it get in contact with. So please, it's dangerous. When you say when you see this symbol, be very alert. Wear your gloves. That's why we always say wear gloves. It will burn you that you will lose some of your skin. Okay. And that's why you have to also wear your goggles or your eyewear at all times, and your lab coats, so that you don't get in contact with any material that is that dangerous. And toxic material. When you see this symbol on any product that is telling you that it contains something very toxic. These are highly harmful substances, and in extreme cases can cause death. Okay. Anyone have a question for me?
Madam, what is the difference between flammable and dangerous?
And what?
And dangerous.
Flammable, when we say flammable, so flame is fire. Does it make sense? So they are telling you that if you get close to fire, it will flame up, flare up. Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks for the question. Okay. Can we go on now? Any more question for me? Okay. So danger or toxic material. This can cause what? Death. Where you're trying to poison. All the stuff that we've done, they're all poisonous. But when you see this, if you inhale, if you absorb, it goes through your skin, it can cause what? Death. Sometimes they can cause what? Death. So when you see this, you see how the bottle is there like this, and it's like the symbol is out there. So you don't go touching that. You don't go touch, like you have to handle it with what? Care. Handle it with care. Above all, always wear your eye protection, your gloves, your face mask to prevent you inhaling when working with toxic substance. Sometimes this toxic substance or items and stuff, materials or liquid or whatever that it might be, when you inhale them or they get into you or whatever, you might not experience any problem now, but 5 years, 10 years, or whatever years to come, you'll find yourself going through those side effects. Okay, so when you see something like this on any product, please read the instructions, and above all, do not drink it or inhale it. Irritants. These substances can irritate your eyes and your skin, causing itchiness, soreness, redness, blistering. They can cause they are very toxic when you inhale or swallow them. So when you see how it is the red symbol, the cross symbol, like no way, no how must you what? Get in contact or touch it or drink it or inhale it and all that stuff. So above all, make sure you have your gloves, your masks when needed, your what's it called? The overall or the lab coat or protective gear and stuff, and the full shoe. So that's that. Health hazard. Chemicals in this category can cause you serious health damage, including reproductive toxicity problems with your respiratory system, germ cells. So what they are saying is that when you see these symbols and stuff, under no situation above, like we said, don't eat in the lab. Remember, this is why we say do not eat when we are working on chemicals and stuff. Because this in a situation like this, when you see this symbol, they say that it can even affect your reproductive system. Okay, it can affect your heart functioning, all that stuff. So with that being said, be very, very careful. Well, all that at the end of the day, pay attention and watch. If let's say you grow up, you are working at some place, and then you see this symbol in the room, you don't go looking, and they haven't given a permit to enter the room. They haven't given the proper gear or the proper uniform to put on to enter the room. You don't. Places like this, you don't just go wearing your everyday clothes. Doesn't make sense. You go in there covered. You go in there protected, so that you don't bring any harm back home to your family, your loved ones, and even the people that you work with. Any question for me? Okay. Environmental hazard. When you see fish and tree and water, when you see this symbol, it's saying that this material that you are handling, when you are ready to dispose it, don't just go and throw it out there. Okay? Don't just go and throw it out there, because it will affect the environment. It is dangerous for the sea. The fish or the seafood that we eat is dangerous to them. The plant, the food that you're about to eat, it is dangerous to the environment. So there is a proper way that you dispose those things. Even our cell phone, the batteries, right? they will say, don't just throw the batteries anywhere. There is a proper way to throw the batteries out there. Your laptop, whatever that is made out of, there is a proper way to dispose them. You don't just take them and just throw them somewhere. No, it's going to be harmful to the environment, harmful to society, all that stuff, to soil, to water. They can be very little, so don't do it. So you should be very careful when disposing of these substances. And there is a proper way to dispose such hazard or such materials or substance. And when you get something like this, the label will guide you on how to dispose them. Does it make sense? So pay attention to this symbol. You see the fish, the tree, the water, and all that, or it can even be soil, whatnot. So these symbols tells you that this substance, you cannot just throw them, toss them anywhere when you are done working with. Explosive and compressed gas. These are chemicals. These chemicals are potentially hazardous to the environment if not properly disposed of. Again, these are something that you don't just dispose. Gas, things that even if when it gets so hot, it can cause explosion, all that stuff. You have to be very, very careful when throwing them away or putting them somewhere. There is a proper way of taking care of them where you don't need them anymore. Are we good? Okay. Oh, so it's the same stuff. This is the other symbol, okay? This is the other symbol. That's the gas cylinder, okay? Biohazard. When you see this symbol, it means explosive are generally seen in these symbols are generally seen in labs, and they consist of compressed gas. You can see them. I don't know how to say this. It's something that most of lab materials will have, the gas cylinder, all those places, to let you know that be careful when handling this. So again, when you see this biohazard, when you see this symbol, be gentle, read the label and find out how to handle it and how to store it and how to work with it. And above all, I always say you must be wearing the proper attire, the proper gear, the proper lab outfit or lab materials before you can work on these things. Okay. High voltage. I can tell you guys know this more, right? The high voltage. When you see this symbol, it's telling you that the electricity, the energy level is very high. And therefore, how do I say it? Don't add water. That's where I'm coming from. Don't get near it when your hands are wet. Even when you get the plug, even your laptop plug, right? They'll tell you that when you plug it in, the risk is very high. It can cause death. Don't plug it in and then put the wire in water. Does it make sense? Your battery, your cell phone charger, they'll tell you don't plug it in on the wall, on the electric socket or whatever, and then connect it into water. It will flame up, it will shock you, or if it will electrocute you, right? And if it electrocutes you, it can cause death. Does it make sense? So when you see this, and you see how I have the death symbol over there, the skeleton. So be careful when you see this stuff. When you see the electric pole, all those things, be very careful, especially when it's raining and all the thunderstorms and stuff. These things can flare up and cause dangerous damage to people and environment, okay? So when you see this symbol, please, all that symbols that every one of them we have to adhere to. Okay. And this is simple one, hot or cold temperature. This will let you know that this material is hot, or this material is cold. And then above all, to most lab, they will have like a hot plate, a place that you can store cold stuff, because some materials, when you see that it needs to be in a hot temperature, you have to store them over there like that. And when you see that it needs to be in a cold temperature, you have to store them also in the cold. Some materials or some substance, they function better when they are in the fridge or when they are near the ice. Doesn't make sense when it's in the cold place. And some materials also function better when they are in what? In the hot environment. Doesn't make sense. Imagine if you want to make an ice and you put it in the sun, it's not going to work, right? But then if you want to keep the ice cold as I maintain the form and whatever, you have to keep it in what? A cold temperature or a freezing place that it will maintain the shape and stuff. So some items that you'll be working with, it will let you know that this item, if you want to keep its energy or keep its form or whatever it is, it must be stored in what? In a hot temperature or a hot environment. Or if you want to keep it in, or it has to be stored in a cold environment or in a cold temperature. Okay, are we good? Any question or comments? Okay, so that's it for me for today. I said, there are so many symbols out there in the lab room, but you as the individual, above all, whatever that you begin working with, you have to what? Pay attention to what? To it. Are there any symbols on this one? No. Yeah, but they'll tell you, do not immerse it in water when it's what? Plugged in, because see this, I don't know whether you can see. It's a little, let me see if I can zoom in. Stop sharing your screen. Do you see the symbol over there? You see it? You see the symbol? Yes. Yeah. So majority of things that we use or we handle, there is what? A warning sign for us to what? Pay attention to. And here we are, there's a symbol here, and it's telling you that don't plug it in and then connect it to water. Okay, they're telling you it's dangerous. Okay, so any questions for me? Any comments for me? Nothing. So next week, are we ready? Tema is my biggest worry. I'm not even going to lie. Jesus. Next week, we are working on our lab. We are working on pH level, how to differentiate when something has to tell the pH level, whether it's high, medium, or low. So we're going to be talking about that next week. And that's why we are working on these science safety rules. So our teachers, you have to let every kid come with their wear their goggles, and also the gloves and the lab safety coat. The one that you guys have is plastic, so it's a disposable one. So any question for me for next week? Do you all have the stuff before anything? Yeah. Prof, if you can please connect with the other leaders. So what this means is that next week, you have to come with you have to come at least 30 minutes early, right? And set your lab place well. What this means is that next week, come with closed-toe shoe. We're going to practice those things next week. That's what that means, right? So that is what this means. So come early and set your lab station, and then we will work from there, okay? We might not finish everything tomorrow, but we will continue. Are we good?
Madam, question.
Prince.
What is the meaning of PCR?
PCR.
Yes.
Who can help? Who can help him? What is PCR? Yes. Anybody? We heard a lot about PCR test. PCR test when well, those guys were dealing with COVID stuff, right? To take a COVID test, they will say PCR. So, and how do I say this? We can let's do a quick set on it so that we can all find out what a PCR does and what it means. But there, before the pandemic or before COVID, there are many, and this is what I always say, on depending on the environment that you are dealing with, there are many abbreviations for different stuff, right? So depending on what you are dealing with, PCR might mean something different from somebody that is working on food stuff, right? It might mean something different from somebody that is dealing with technology or something. So based on what you are dealing with, try and find out the abbreviated meaning of that. So let's go online. And then again, there's nothing like I don't know. Remember what I told you guys the last time? If you don't know something, you go find the answer. Okay, so let's, how do I exit this? Okay. So let's find what PCR means. Please. You see, they say PCR in police, PCR in stock market, right? PCR in COVID, PCR in medical terms. So we're going to use PCR in medical terms, okay? So when they say PCR in medical, it says what? Polymerase chain reaction. So it said like it attests to detect genetic materials from a specific organism, such as virus. So they use this to test out what is inside a person, whether it's a virus or not a virus. So the PCR test was used to detect whether somebody has COVID or not. Does it make sense? Are we good? Okay. So the only reason why we got to know more about PCR stuff is when COVID came. But in the past, to find out if somebody has any kind of disease or sickness or virus or whatever it is, they were using this type of test to test out whether what kind of problem the person is facing. Okay. Are we good?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so any questions for me before we end? So we got this. I will not be giving homework. Go and do, some of you have not done some of your homework, so try and do them. And then next week, we will do our lab work. So do your other homeworks if you haven't done them. And we will be grading them and sending them to you guys. But good job on everything that you guys have been doing, okay? And Mr. Blade, I don't know whether you are here for us to talk after class, because Rose, you are Tema, right? Rose, are you Tema? Are you in Tema? You are mute, Rose.
Yeah, Rose is from China.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's the only tema person that we had today. Okay. We got to find a way to, because it's not going to help us out. It's not going to help us during the science stuff. Okay. Okay, so you guys on the 9th, right? You are welcome to invite your family to come and join you guys. So that will be the launching of the STEAM camp on the 9th of July. So that day you will get to connect with our American students. Right now there was a little issue. We nearly canceled our American student from joining us, but lucky for us, we have been able to rent the library. So we have now opened up the registration all over again, and we have 2 people now that have signed up. Just understand that it is a last minute decision. We were going to cancel, but now we have to open it up. And so we are hoping that we can get more people to sign up and to join you guys. But whatever the situation, even if it's 2 or 3 people this year, we will work towards it. Does it make sense? And we have another group of people that they are called the Boys and Girls Club. We are waiting for when you guys are on a summer on a holiday. And then we will host an interactive 1-hour conversation so that you can share with you. Remember, do you guys remember what we used to do in during the pandemic with the other American kids? Some of you remember we used to meet up and then you get to have your conversations with them. We will try to resume that again, at least once a while when the school is closed in Ghana, that you can meet during the weekday, right? And then you can meet up and then have a conversation with your other peers. So that's about that. So any comment, anything for me? Did we understand our lab safety stuff? Safety symbols? Anyone want to give me one safety symbol that we talked about today?
Madam.
Highly flammable.
Awesome. So we say when you see the highly flammable, maybe I should give you guys a homework so you can draw me some of these stuff. I'm gonna I'm just kidding. Yeah. So when you see the highly flammable symbol, you have to be very careful. Any more symbols or signs that you have to pay attention to in the lab? Tema, Francie have been doing good today, so I want to say Edra. I haven't heard from Tema yet. Yes. Yes, good job. The hot temperature. Good job. Yeah, the hot temperature and the cold temperature is also very needed. Otherwise, when you're working on something, right? Sometimes you'll tell you keep it in a cool, dry place. If you put in the wrong environment, you will mess it up. You will destroy it, and you have to start all over again. So that hot and cold temperature symbol is very, very important. Some items or some substance, they function better based on their environment or their temperature. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Toxic, madam.
Yes. And we say what toxic can kill instantly. So when you see that cross with the skeleton, don't venture, right? Okay. So good job. Oh, you guys were paying attention. That is good. So next week, I said, come early, come and set up your lab. You will have your goggles on, your eye safety wear. You have your gloves, and then it's a blue overall thing that you guys are going to wear to protect your clothes from any stain. Okay, so
Madam, please, where will the summer camp go on?
It will start on the 9th. On the 9th, that one you will meet. Uncle Tony, you didn't tell them when they will meet? Let me
I'm asking that where.
over where you guys are. Prof, where would they be meeting for the summer camp? He'll be right back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
something.
but they
Okay.
are likely to meet here where we are currently, my center.
Okay. So let me see if I can share with you the summer camp. Okay. So, oh, what did I do? Why does it keep doing that? Okay. So for our summer camp, right? We said every Saturday starting July 9th to August 6th. And it opened to our US students, also our Ghana students and staff. And these are the things that you guys will be talking about. Cultural dialogue. Remember, we said come and be ready to share with your peers what tradition are you with, what makes Ghana special. Why do you I know this one's like, why do you like Ghana? Why do you love Ghana? Whatnot? But what is so special about your community, right? What makes a giraffe Frante nice or special? So there are some things that you have that other people don't have in your community and stuff. So, and then we will have mentorship day, which we already have the day set for. I think it's July 30th, if I'm not mistaken. We have Auntie Hundaya on the line. I will let her say hi to you guys very soon. She's helping you guys a lot. She's finding different ways to get the items that you guys need. It's amazing how much she loves children and to see that you guys get all that you need for this team camp. So very soon, one of these days, you guys will get to meet her. Well, hopefully next year when we come to Ghana, okay? But today she'll just say hi to you guys. So we will be doing our field trip. So the field trip, Prof is working on the field trip. It might be at the Olam factory, and the Olam factory, they deal with all kinds of food product processing and stuff. So on that day, you get to talk to people from the security guard to the janitor. You get to connect all these people and learn about their job and the different careers or the different job titles at Olam, right? So and then you see how their machines and so what they are doing to process those food that you enjoy or you eat every day in Ghana. And sometimes they ship it outside Ghana too. So you get to talk with them over there. And Prof will give us updates on that. So this one, you get to meet the Tema team when everything goes accordingly. And then we have our career day situation that we did last year, and we are going to do it every year going on forward. And then we will be dealing with building mechanical computers. So this one is where you will be really partnering up with the American team to see. We will give you guys a puzzle, and then whoever finished it, they will explain how they got it. Doesn't make sense. So the American team will come and share theirs, and you come and share yours. And if let's say we will give you a timeline within 30 minutes or within an hour or 2 days or whatever, bring us what you have done. Do a video presentation of what you have done to share. And within 2 days, we haven't heard from a giraffe, Frante, Tema. Oh, and then the American case, they do this and they're like, oh my God, Tema, what happened? So that will be where the competition is going to be. Doesn't make sense. So these staffs are already in Ghana. Everything that you guys need, they're already with Prof or Auntie Nana or Mr. Raymond. So don't worry about, what are we going to do and stuff. There will be snacks also available every day for the STEAM camp, okay? So don't worry about all those stuff. Just come ready to conquer the day. And then we will have you'll be engaging with all your peers in America. We're hoping to get more students to sign up. But whatever we get, you guys are going to enjoy. And the mechanical computer stuff, Gabby will be helping on that, okay? So she'll be helping you guys to understand how those marbles computers work, the mechanical computer work, okay? So any question for me? So I say July 9th is when we start. July 9th, I say 9th, July 9th, Tema, Ghana, our time is 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., See? So it's now 1 hour, please, for the next 5 Saturdays. From July 9 going, we will not be meeting 1 hour. It will be 3-4 hours, okay? So again, because we will be working with other people, let's try to come on time. Let's try to be there at least 15 or whatever minutes earlier. And don't come alone. For safety reasons, connect with your teacher or your classmate to make sure that you guys walk in pairs or threes. Okay, please. Don't walk by yourself. Walk with people. If you want to come to the center early, don't be there alone. Make sure that you let people know when you will be coming and stuff. Okay, so we have that. So 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for, you see the time difference, 9 a.m. for the American people. So this is a huge sacrifice, even for me. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay. I don't like to wake up at 9 or 8 or 7 on a Saturday. But for the next 5 days, we all want to sacrifice, okay, to make it fun for every one of us. So 9 a.m. for the American people, and then 1 p.m. for you guys every Saturday. So that's that. And the venue, so the US people will meet with us here in the library, and then Team Ghana at their regular learning centers, and connect with the rest of the team on Zoom and then our Google Classroom. So if you have not been logged into Google Classroom, you'll be missing out a lot. So try and be utilizing the Google Classroom. 9 a.m. Yes. And guess what? You guys, it's free. But the American people, we are charging them $50. So that's why we have this page for them. And these are the amazing people. We have to add more that are helping sponsor and to push you guys to, we are waiting for the Ghana companies that want to sponsor to also, we will add their logos also over here as the event sponsor. And if anybody want to donate, they can always come and donate to support EBI. So any questions for me?
Fatima had a question.
Okay, Fatima.
Fatima, don't smile. Talk now.
Please, I don't have questions.
Okay, I want Auntie Hundaya to say hello to everybody. She's here with us. She's in Virginia. So don't kill me, Hundaya. I know we didn't talk about it, but just for you to say hello to them, let them know that you love them and you've been working hard for them.
Virginia in America.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello from Alexandria, Virginia, USA. I wish to see you here someday in the future.
Yes, and she was ready to come with us to Ghana this year. So we hope that the calendar, the reason why we are not in Ghana, the school calendar, we didn't want to take you guys out of school for the summer camp. That's why we are doing every Saturday. So we hope that next year they will fix the calendar so that we can secure in 1 week and meet with you guys, okay? So let's pray that the calendar, they will fix it, that because right now, America here is summer season. There's no school.
Right.
Yeah, there's no school. So these people, they are working in their everyday job. So they cannot stop and come to Ghana just like that. And stay. When we come to Ghana, it will be like a 2 weeks max. Yeah, school is closed.
Yeah, I really hope to see you next summer. And I have been following what you're all doing. And I join some of the meetings on Saturdays. And I also get notifications of your assignments that you do online. And I'm really proud of all of you. You're really doing a very good job. And please continue your efforts. And you need to prepare for your futures. You know, the more effort you spend now, the better and brighter your future is going to be. So I'm really proud of what you're doing, and just keep up the hard work.
Thank you. Yeah. And for those who are wondering, she's also a Muslim. So that's how diverse EBI is. Does it make sense? We have Christians, non-Christians, we have Muslims, we have very diverse people here. So that's what makes our
Yeah.
team strong. Okay.
Exactly. And so I'm originally from Sudan. Do you know where Sudan is?
Anybody know where Sudan is?
No, madam.
Okay,
No.
let's
Do
go.
you
We're
know
gonna-
where Egypt? Do you know where Egypt is?
Sudan. Madam, Sudan. North Africa.
Anyone knows where Egypt is? Egypt is in North Africa, Northeast Africa. Okay, so Sudan is south of Egypt.
So let's get the African map. So you see where Sudan is? You see Egypt? Oh, and you see Sudan, right? You see Ethiopia?
So from Ghana, you will be going east and then north. If you go east, you'll go to South Sudan, and then you'll go north to North Sudan, or Sudan. It's right below or south of Egypt.
Yep.
And the capital city of Sudan is Khartoum. Khartoum. Yeah.
So
okay.
I think one of these days we're gonna do virtual tour to Sudan. Okay.
Right. Yes, definitely.
Yes, so you guys will learn more about Sudan. So we will pick Sudan, we will pick Egypt and Libya and Chad, and then we will do like a 3 weekend or whatever.
You can pick Kenya.
We don't like people who are from Kenya. You don't like them. So yeah, this is Kenya. Uncle Tony's wife is from Kenya. Okay, so you see how diverse. Yeah, you see how amazing we are. We are very diverse, different places with different culture, and we all come together just to help you guys. That's how much we love you guys. So don't disappoint us. Keep up the good work. And next week, I said we are going to be doing our lab work. So be ready. So you're gonna be a chemist for the day. Yay. So enjoy your day. Any questions for anyone? No questions. Okay, so we're gonna end our it's like
Yes, madam.
Fatima, not you today. Oh,
I told you. I told you she had some questions. I told you she had some questions. Go ahead.
Fatima, we are listening.
Yeah, you. Go ahead.
But I want to say hi to Gabby.
Gabby is here. Gabby, say hi.
Hi, Gabby.
Let me take myself from the spotlight so you can. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Gabby is here.
Gabby, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
We love you guys. Really, really, we do. You guys make the work easy for us. What? So yeah, Tema, Frante, and Ajura. Yes.
Madam, please, who is Madam? Who is that?
She just talked to you guys. Next time she'll show her face so you can see her, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So now Tema and Frante, we are giving you guys like 7 minutes. Yeah. Talk. I'm gonna put myself on mute and take the video off. If you have anything to ask your peers, now is the time.
Okay.
The recording is still going on.